Together with the National Commissioner of Police, General Khehla, Sitole, are giving a briefing and an update on recent arrests related to Cash In Transt robberies, and that's taking place in Pretoria. So let's go live there right now.
A very good morning to all present, and thank you for the opportunity given to us. Today, before you, much more confident about the work police are doing on Cash In Transit heist than I was on the 4th of June this year, given that since then over 230 Cash In Transit robberies are off our street. 230 of them since the 4th of June have been arrested, are off the streets. During the period of April to July 2018, National Stabilization Intervention were directed at addressing identified priority provinces known as Northern Provinces to focus on Cash In Transit, CIT, particularly after the sudden upsurge in CIT robberies during April and May this year. During the heist, armored vehicles were being attacked by robbers with heavy caliber weapons and sometimes even explosives, namely Gauteng, Northwest, Mpumalanga, and Limpopo. Those were the provinces under attack then. Through these interventions processes, high-profile targets were arrested in these priority provinces, and the continued SABC's presence in these provinces led to the displacement of crime towards predominantly rural areas of Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Free State, and Western Cape. As from the 1st of April 2018 to the 4th of November 2018, 118 Cash In Transit robberies have been recorded across the 9 provinces, compared to the same period last year of 184 cases recorded 2017, which registering of difference of 36% down. However, during the latter period, we have a significantly higher number of culprits being arrested compared to the former period. To date, arrest and seizure for the period of 4th April to 4th November 2018 are as follows. Number of arrests is 237. Vehicles recovered, 92 vehicles recovered. Firearms recovered, 78. Ammunition recovered, 1,402. A substantial amount of money has also been recovered. We can contribute a great deal of this success to the mobilization of the 72-hour activation plan. This plan entails the maximum mobilization of resources, including crime intelligence, forensic experts, the Hawks, seasoned detectives, and technical team for 72 hours period to ensure that critical information, intelligence, and evidence that ensure breakthrough is investigation is not lost. Through our crime intelligence multidisciplinary driven operations over the past 6 weeks, we have arrested suspects while plotting to commit Cash In Transit robberies. So we arrest them in their bases, even before they go on the street to actualize their plans. More than 30 suspects were arrested in Midrand and Katlehong in Gauteng province, as well as Riviera Park in Mahikeng and Brits in Northwest province. The interventions team acted on the tip of from crime intelligence, resulting in the following. In Midrand, suspects were arrested in planning stages. 12 of the suspects were arrested. 3 firearms were recovered. 90 rounds of ammunition were recovered. 6 hijacked vehicles were recovered in the same premises that were getting ready to go and hit. In Riviera Park, Mahikeng, 9 suspects were arrested. 6 recovered firearms, including AK rifle, handguns, and Uzi, several rounds of ammunition, 4 luxury cars, a Jeep Audi Q5, Ford Ranger, and Mercedes ML. So they were really preparing themselves very well with very, very luxurious cars. Furthermore, in the Northwest Province in Brits, one sub-sergeant member was arrested. 2 vehicles, BMW and Mercedes-Benz, were arrested. The BMW belonged to the sergeant, contained several sets of police uniform, reflector jackets, and 1 handgun with the serial number was arrested. In Katlehong, a multidisciplinary team swiftly arrested 7 suspects, 4 firearms recovered, rounds of ammunition, and 2 vehicles. Crime intelligence continues to combat CIT robberies, stopping robbers in their tracks by arresting robbers before committing these heinous crimes. Since the National Commission and myself pronounced on the National Stabilization Intervention to curb serious crimes, particularly CIT robberies, we have seen lesser and lesser of them taking place. But let's acknowledge, yet we are not completely out of the woods. This is one of the crimes that seems to instill tremendous amount of fear in the South Africans. The 72-hour turnaround plan continues to yield positive results. We commend the tireless efforts of our men and women in blue, who secured the swift arrest of 2 suspects in the murder of Cape Town lawyer Peter Mahalik, as well as murder suspects and his accomplice for the multi-murders of Vlakfontein of the Khoza family. This is in the backdrop of 7 bodies found in the house on the 29th of October 2018 in Vlakfontein. Remember, the 72-hour turnaround has been much improved. A first culprit, where the lawyer was shot, was arrested in first hour after the crime has been committed. And the second one was arrested same afternoon. So even before we could begin to count for 72 hours. So that is almost the same with the murder of the Vlakfontein, where our police are pushing the bar even within the 72 hours. That's why we're really commending them. Tremendous progress has been made in the KZN by the political killing task team since the formation of the new team in July 2018. 46 people have been arrested with several sentences. As the SABC, we will continue to work hard to bring these types of killings to an end. While we are satisfied with 49 convictions since August 2017 to date, we are still concerned that this caliber of criminals are being granted bail. To this end, we are working very closely with the Justice, Crime Prevention and Security Cluster to ensure a drastic reduction in granting of bail to these violent criminals. We are confident that with these interactions, we can secure more speedy conviction and lengthy sentences in such cases. I want to applaud our new and improved Crime Intelligence Division under the leadership of Lieutenant General Jacobs for sterling work they are doing together with the multidisciplinary teams that are on the ground sourcing information and ensuring we intercept these cash in transit robberies while they are in their planning stage. I'm making this point so that you don't ask your famous question. The famous question of the media is crime intelligence working? So that's why I'm making this point, so that you don't come to that question. That question is answered now. I can report that we have made significant inroads in breaking the backs of the syndicate involved in the CIT robberies. While we are satisfied with the progress, our fight with this criminal is far from over. As I've said, that's not yet out of the woods. On the 1st of November, we launched the 2018-2019 annual National Safer Festive Season in Port Elizabeth under the theme Operation Quiet Storm. Many people are asking what kind of a storm that is quiet. We'll explain when we get time to explain on that one. But the storm is quiet. That's why it consumes many people, because it's quiet and unnoticeable. which is aimed at making South Africa a safe place during the festive season. Police will conduct nationwide operations, and every town, village, and township will be painted blue until at least the end of January 2019. The focus will be a visible policing and conducting special crime awareness and prevention operations. Some of these operations would be the cluster operations, where you find everybody within the cluster, where will be your national defense, where will be your SARS, where will be your home affairs, where will be your prosecutors. We are not going to tell where and when, but those are the kind of operations that you'll find. You're moving around in South Africa won't just be the normal moving, but it will be a lot of safety that we're trying to put among and between the South Africans. And we want also to create a very safe shopping season. And as people are shopping, preparing for their festive season, want to make sure that they do that with safety, with confidence, with the forces around them and working with them. To further ensure we create a safe, secured environment, on Friday, the 2nd of November 2018, President Cyril Ramaphosa launched the anti-gang unit in Hanover Park. This was in line with the National Development Plan 2030. Therefore, further demonstrating our commitment as South African Police Service, ensuring that people of South Africa are feel safe, such as we have done in Westbury, in Sophia Town. Last Friday, not the very last, the other Friday, the officers here and the police, we took a visit to Westbury. We had a walk around. We're very quiet. We invited nobody, no meter. Though one person from one channel, they found us because we found them on the roadblock. And they asked us, why didn't you tell us? I said, so that we can find you on the roadblock. At 9:45, there was a young woman walking with her child alone in the middle of the street at 9:45. But we went to another saloon that was still open at 11. And they said all their lives have been closing at 6. It's the first time since the intervention that they can trade until 11 p.m., which means the peace and normal life of the people of Westbury and other places where we're making interventions is coming back. It is evident through the numerous success mentioned that we are stabilizing the scourge of cash robberies, and that will continue until we win the war against the criminals. I saw you somewhere. Malungelo, yeah, so smiling. Now you can listen. On another matter making international news, 2 Danish citizens, Anna Britta Nielsen and her son, Jimmy Hyatt, have been arrested. Anna Britta Nielsen, a Danish woman, was wanted in Denmark for fraud of 247 million Danish crowns. 247 million Danish crowns. Help me God, how many rands are those? On the evening of the 30th, 2018, Hyatt was arrested by the SABC at O.R. Tambo International Airport on his one-way ticket trip out of the country, with 5,000 rand cash was seized from him. On 30th October 2018, 2 diamonds were found from his bags that were delivered by his associate. He appeared in Kempton Park Magistrate Court on the 1st of November 2018. His case was postponed to the 8th November 2018 on the 5th of November 2018. Nelson, this mother, was arrested in Sentin, was it last night?
Yes.
Yes. in sending an amount of 648,700 rands in cash was confiscated. She appeared in Randburg Court and her case was postponed to the 8th of November 2018 for extradition hearing. Arrest of this nature also serves as a warning to all other people who commit crimes and seek refuge on our country. South Africa is not a safe haven for criminals. I would like to commend the team that worked tirelessly to ensure that no stone is left unturned until suspects are brought to account. The SABC shall continue to collaborate with international communities in fighting. So that's why there is an officer from Denmark among ourselves. So because we are working with them on that. It's a bizarre story how it happened. It's when we met the journalist from Denmark that gave us the story. I'm told that the South African police already have been tipped by the Interpol, but then the head of the Hawks took it from there. That is 2 weeks. That was 2 weeks ago, and here we are with the matter. In conclusion, allow me to wish all Hindus a very happy Diwali. I understand that fireworks form a integral part of the celebrations. However, I want to appeal to all users of fireworks to do so in a responsible way. There was a line here, but it's wrapped, it's no more here, this line. The line was talking about giving all Hindu South African police members the leave, but the line has been removed, so it can't happen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the members of the media, National Commissioner, and all other officers.
Thank you, Mr.